began to enjoy the idea of figuring out social platforms and how to utilize them to his advantage. An early example of this was him removing songs from his SoundCloud to create a sense of scarcity to his music. Almost immediately, people began to search for these lost songs. X would later quote he hoped one day his lost music would be searched for and traded around like Pokemon cards.
Too much of anything is a horrible thing. None of nothing. Like if you don't supply and there's a heavy demand, when you drop anything or you give out, it's gonna skyrocket.
According to Google Trends, it was the summer of 2015 when his name started to circulate the most, and locals were starting to know about him. At this point, he could guarantee a few thousand plays every time he dropped a new song online. With X at the forefront of the group, they began getting paid a little bit of money for their shows, and people in Florida stated they were so infectious that soon after, other aspiring rappers throughout the region were trying to emulate them. In late 2015, X and a producer named Rojas had become acquainted while sitting around Absent Will's house. Rojas was showing X a few of his beats, but X was passing on all of them. He was looking for something different. The last beat Rojas showed X was co-produced by Rojas and Jimmy Duval, and it was intended for another artist named Rechi P, but he had been locked up, so Rojas considered the beat up for grabs. X liked it. He went into the booth in the closet, and 15 minutes later the song was finished. He would title it, "Look at Me." For a generation of kids on the brink of the worst mental health crisis in decades, X's music spoke to them, much like how he stood up for the kids at school who couldn't help themselves. He wanted to be the voice of the youth through his music, and after this song came out, everything started to change.
Like, shit, this shit fire. And then, a couple days later, this shit just blew the fuck up.
Rojas uploaded Look at Me to a SoundCloud page, and in January of 2016, it got its official release for digital download. It was immediately turning out to be X's most successful song at the time.